here crafting, y'all. This is one of my new hobbies since I started my healing journey of this season of my life. So I do a lot of junk journaling. So I am journaling me and my husband's travel experiences. But listen. I have tea for y'all today. So me and my husband, we did a podcast with an amazing woman and her co-host. The name of the podcast, I think it's called Love, Lust, and something. I forgot. But it was an amazing podcast. It was literally hot. When I say hot, I was hot doing the podcast. And I felt the spirit of God. And okay, the way the header for the podcast said, woman living with HIV married her deceased friend husband. First, I'm like, why did she put that? But then I thought about it. It's the truth and is. So I wound up going to the comments and reading the comments. And the comments really had me confused. Not really confused because this is really a big thing with people. And I want to ask, I know ain't nobody on here as I'm live, but if you make it to this live, I really want to know, excuse me, why is we so focused on if the person that gave me HIV knew or not that they was positive? Everybody, majority of them say 60% of the comments were saying that the person that gave me HIV knew he was positive. He knew he was positive. He was being selfish. That was a red flag. He knew. Even saying, because of him saying me and you against the world, his first response to his diagnosis was me and you against the world. That was a red flag. And I'm like, how is that a red flag? So many people is diagnosed every day, and you will be surprised on what people say when they're diagnosed. That is not a red flag. I'm like confused. And I just was confused by and I kept commenting. Honestly, I was not confused. Let's be honest. I was not confused by why they was asking that question. But I wanted them to explain to me why they said that. Right? They didn't wait, hold on. Let me be clear. They didn't ask me a question. What they did was they gave their input. And that's what they supposed to do. We have freedom of speech. We can say whatever we want to say, right? So they gave their opinion on how they felt about the hey y'all. They gave why do I talk like what? Hold on, let me stop before I continue. Why do you talk like that? Oh my God, you said, wow, that took you so long to read. Of course, it took me so long to read because I'm trying to see it. Anyway, let me continue. Um, so anyway, they asked the question that let me stop. What they were saying was, I was dumbfounded and I was in denial that the person that gave me HIV already knew, right? And I was confused, like, why, why do I have denial, right? Why? Just like this, like, why are you here, right? Why you here? It's like every time it just be trying to trying to create positive environments, trying to create positive space, and it's always someone coming with negativity, coming with um energy that's not even called for, right? You bent out of shape because I didn't read it fast enough for you. I didn't read it fast enough for you, so you're bent out of shape. Please leave. Please leave. Anyway, so why is it that people be more concerned about if the person that gave you HIV knew or not, opposed to understanding that a person is saying, I had unprotected sex, that's why I am HIV positive. I am not in denial. I am not trying to give someone more mercy than they deserve. I am not trying to hide anything. I am just saying, I am taking accountability for my life and my decisions. I chose to have unprotected sex first. Now that person that I had unprotected sex with, that's their story, and that's what they got to go through. What they got. But as for me, a woman that laid down and had sex and had unprotected sex over and over and over again with the person that I was in a relationship with, caused me to caused me to be HIV positive. So let's focus on that, because if we focus on that, it can help a lot of other people understand how easy it is to become HIV positive. And a lot of people that's married and been married for years feel like they don't need to become educated about HIV. Because I'm married. I don't need all that. Because I'm married. And some people, they don't. They don't. Their husbands don't cheat. Their wives don't cheat. Yeah. Their wives don't cheat. They don't cheat. And that's good for them in their life. But it's some of us out here that know I may cheat and we stay with them. There's a lot of us that done stayed with men that done had babies on us, had babies outside of the relationship, and we chose to still stay for whatever reason. And that's our choice, right? Like it was my choice to have unprotected sex. My choice. My choice. And that's that's the reason why I chose to do this video. When, for me, as a woman that's been living with HIV for 21 years, for 21 years, I have thought about this in so many different ways. So many different ways, right? I can look at it and, oh, this nigga did this to me. Oh, he had HIV. I can do that. And that would make me feel sad. That will make me feel like I should have done better. That make me feel bad about myself because I chose to wait a minute, I skipped some pages. I got some pages skipped, y'all. I don't like this. Okay, maybe I'll put that right. So I did that already. I used to be mad that I was HIV positive. I used to be mad at the person that gave me HIV. I used to punish them for giving me HIV. I didn't forgive them for giving me HIV. What did that do for me? I was not healing. I was not maturing. I was not growing. I was living in an unhealthy, what's this? I was living in an unhealthy environment. It caused me more pain by being upset with the person that gave me HIV. So the best thing I did for myself was accepted that I am a woman that had unprotected sex because that was my decision. Because I was in a relationship with someone. And I thought that me and him both is faithful, me and him both is okay. I wasn't thinking about HIV. And because of that, I am HIV positive. And that has helped me heal, y'all. That has helped me grow in so many ways. So I'm not angry no more. And I wish that other people, can stop focusing on if that man knew or not. That's not helping. That's not helping the situation. That's not educating nobody. That's not empowering anyone. None of that. Can we just focus on Shatrivia had unprotected sex? And because she had unprotected sex, she is HIV positive. Let's just stick with that, right? So now what that does, because we're focusing on this woman had unprotected sex with a person that she loved, with a person that she valued, a person that she appreciated, a person that she thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with. Now, I think I should look at this situation like, you know what? I need to make sure that the person I am with is okay. I need to start going to get tested if I ain't already getting tested. That's the whole goal in this, y'all, is to make you guys want to start taking care of y'all selves better and start making better sexual decisions. That's all. What y'all worried about? Oh, he knew he had it. He did it to you on purpose. Okay, let's say if he did. He did do it on purpose. I let him do it on purpose because I laid down with him and I chose to have unchecked sex. If his goal was to give me HIV, I contributed to it because I could have had said, you know what, we're gonna get condom, but instead, I had unchecked sex, y'all, and I would appreciate, I would love if we can focus on that. I would love it. I'm about to go over to the other page and see. It be so many comments. I be literally commenting to all of them too. Because you know why I do that? Because I feel like everything is a teaching moment. Everything is a teaching moment for someone and me. Because when I ask a question of why you said what you said or why you felt that way, somebody can educate me and make me look at the situation a tad bit different. But I just would wish that my prayers are that more people, when they hear people's stories about them becoming HIV positive, is that they can focus on not the person that gave them HIV, but the person having HIV and the message behind them having HIV. Right? That probably would be really beneficial. I'd be having so much fun doing this. Ah, so much fun. So much fun. All by myself. But basically, that's all I wanted to say today was to encourage you guys to know your own status, right? Go get tested. Have conversations about sexual health with your partner. If you married or not. Just because you married, that don't mean that don't mean you can't become HIV positive. I know a lot of people that's married that became HIV positive. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, okay?